Hi, I'm Mark Grysiuk. I'm the Manager of Privacy, Records, and Information Management at the Halton Catholic District School Board. I'm primarily responsible for the entire records program, freedom of information requests, and I work very closely with our internal business partners to implement Laserfiche. I joined the board just before the pandemic, and during that time, we were still in those early stages of implementing Laserfiche, and we came across a number of different pain points. Process that we put in place involved working with our schools that previously would work with paper documents, printing those paper documents. Often on a monthly basis, each school would print between 1,000, maybe 1,500 pages of reports that the school principals would be required to sign off on. And this, you can imagine how much time this would take. It would involve printing off the report, packaging it, delivering it to the principal, and having them sign off on it with a wet signature. Well, what we've done with Laserfiche is really been really transformational for the school board. Now, rather than printing paper, we print a PDF, and the types of reports I'm talking about include enrollment reports, attendance reports, absence reports, and these all are important documents that are reported through the Ontario Student Information System, which is known as ONSYS. That's the acronym that you will hear. And so at this point, as we've moved into Laserfiche, we no longer have the 100 boxes of Bangor boxes per year. I estimate that we're saving in terms of storage space, and the time that it takes to put documents in the system and then apply the retention rules is incredibly has been a huge time saver for the school board. So this has been very transformational. Another process we are in the process of implementing is our app consent process. So previously, teachers would, whenever they wanted to use a third-party application, they would print off a paper copy, handwrite the description of the service, and hand deliver it or give it to their students, and the student would take it back home for a wet signature. So now the new process would effectively help the school board really govern the consent process, which is a requirement under our policy that all parents or all schools or all teachers need to get consent before using various services. So you can imagine the time it takes to handwrite, photocopy, send it home. The other part of this is that as the privacy officer at the board, I have no idea who's following the policy. And so now with the new process, it's a lot simpler. So rather than creating a paper copy, we have created a form. The teacher describes the service and then puts the email address for the parents of the students that they're teaching in a blind copy field. Click submit, parent receives it, they review the consent and then sign off. And once the process is complete, they click submit, documents are routed to a secure folder in Laserfiche. So now from the perspective of the board office and as the manager of privacy, I can, on a regular basis, I say regular, but it could be on an annual basis, I can go in and review to see who's actually getting consents. And then if I need to check that, validate that with our list of approved services. Our board has been, we're a designated healthcare custodian through the eyes of the Ontario, through the Information Privacy Commissioner of Ontario. And one of the requirements under PHIPAA is to be able to have an audit log of the activities that take place within the repository. And with Laserfiche, it's really great because now that we've effectively been moving our special education department into Laserfiche, if we were required under the legislation to produce evidence of employee activity. So if somebody says, oh, so-and-so looked at this file and so-and-so denies it, well, all we need to do is go into Laserfiche. So in summary, we've been very successful in leveraging Laserfiche forms, automation, and workflow to improve our month-end reporting for the Ontario government, which is saving money in storage, in time, and really have taken a huge workload off the secretaries who no longer have to worry about managing the records retention. And two, we've put in place a process to better govern the app consent process. I haven't even started talking about HR, and HR has benefited greatly because we've moved all our employee files over to Laserfiche. We've moved the historical labor relations documents. There's a huge time savings that the HR department have realized in that they no longer need to go into a file room, manually sign out a document, take it out, use it, walk back to the file room, manually sign it back in, and we don't need to have somebody in that room overseeing that process. So the time that employees are saving is astronomical, and it just makes it a lot easier to deliver services internally to our internal customers.